Definition of the word.
Stick.
Adjective.
Likely to stick. Sticking, sticky.
Example.
A non-stick pan. A stick plaster. A sticker type of glue. The stickest kind of gum.
Noun.
An elongated piece of wood or similar material, typically put to some use, for example as a wand or baton. Fungi growing on a stick of wood. A small, thin branch from a tree or bush. A twig. A branch. A relatively long, thin piece of wood, of any size. A timberboard, especially a 2 by 4 inches. A cane or walking stick, usually wooden, metal or plastic, to aid in walking. A cudgel or truncheon, usually of wood, metal or plastic, especially one carried by police or guards. The vertical member of a cope and stick joint. A mast or part of a mast of a ship. Also, a yard. A piece of furniture, especially if wooden.
Example.
The beaver's dam was made out of sticks. I found several good sticks in the brush heap. What do you call a boomerang that won't come back? A stick. I found enough sticks in dumpsters at construction sites to build my shed. I don't need my stick to walk, but it's helpful. As soon as the fight started, the guards came in swinging their sticks. We were so poor we didn't have one stick of furniture. Any roughly cylindrical, or rectangular, unit of a substance. A stick of butter. A small rectangular block, with a length several times its width, which contains by volume 1/2 of a cup of shortening, butter, margarine or lard. A stick of gum. A standard rectangular strip of chewing gum. A cigarette.
Example.
Sealing wax is available as a cylindrical or rectangular stick. The recipe calls for half a stick of butter. Don't hog all that gum, give me a stick. Cigarettes are taxed at $1 per stick. Material or objects attached to a stick or the like. A bunch of something wrapped around or attached to a stick. A scroll that is rolled around, mounted on, attached to, a stick. The structure to which a set of bombs in a bomber aircraft are attached and which drops the bombs when it is released. The bombs themselves and, by extension, any load of similar items dropped in quick succession such as paratroopers or containers.
Example.
My parents bought us each a stick of cotton candy. A tool, control, or instrument shaped somewhat like a stick. A manual transmission. A vehicle equipped with a manual transmission, so called because of the stick-like, i.e. twig-like, control, the gearshift, with which the driver of such a vehicle controls its transmission. The stick shift lever in a manual transmission car. Vehicles, collectively, equipped with manual transmissions. The control column of an aircraft, a joystick. Use of the stick to control the aircraft. A memory stick. A handgun. A composing stick, the tool used by compositors to assemble lines of type. The clarinet.
Example.
I grew up driving a stick, but many people my age didn't. I grew up driving stick, but many people my age didn't. A stick-like item. 2 hockey sticks, for the goalie at right. A lacrosse stick. A long thin implement used to control a ball or puck in sports like hockey, polo, and lacrosse. The short whip carried by a jockey. A board is used in board sports, such as a surfboard, snowboard, or skateboard. The pole bearing a small flag that marks the hole. The cue used in billiards, pool, snooker, etc. The game of pool, or an individual pool game.
Example.
Tripping with the stick is a violation of the rules. His wedge shot bounced off the stick and went in the hole. His stroke with that 2-piece stick is as good as anybody's in the club. He shoots a mean stick of pool. Ability. Specifically, the long-range driving ability of a golf club. The potential hitting power of a specific bat. General hitting ability. The potential accuracy of a hockey stick, implicating also the player using it. A person or group of people. Perhaps, in some senses, because people are, broadly speaking, tall and thin, like pieces of wood. A thin or wiry person, particularly a flat-chested woman. An assistant planted in the audience. A stiff, stupidly obstinate person. A fighter pilot. A small group of infantry soldiers. Encouragement or punishment, or resulting vigor or other improved behavior. A negative stimulus or a punishment. This sense derives from the metaphor of using a stick, a long piece of wood, to poke or beat a beast of burden to compel it to move forward. Compare carrot, corporal punishment, beatings, vigor, spirit, effort, energy, intensity, vigorous driving of a car, gas.
Example.
He really gave that digging some stick. Equals he threw himself into the task of digging. She really gave that bully some stick. Equals she berated him. This sense melts into the previous sense, punishment. Give it some stick. A measure. An English imperial unit of length equal to 2 inches. A quantity of eels, usually 25.
Stick. Stick.
Stick. Stick.
Stick. Stick.
Stick. Stick.